All right, this is errand number 3. We're going to be going from this busy Target, which is also a Supercharger, to the post office in Roseville. So I'm going to type my code in again here, and we're going to need to make a right turn out of this parking spot here. So again, a constant improvement that I recognize now, last night and so far all day today. Starting FSD from park is very, very good. With version 13, I would commonly have to hit the accelerator to get the car to get going, and that is no longer the case now with version 14. So something I experienced quite a bit with Robotaxi over the summer when I was down in Austin. I just kept hoping we were going to see it in this next version of FSD, and it's great to see that it's here now. So I'll be using that feature a whole lot more. It does make a big difference in terms of the whole FSD experience, just being able to hit a button from park. I mean, you're just a passenger at that point. The car is doing all the work pretty much now, which is awesome. I used to pride myself in parking the car manually after letting it drive most of the way, and now it's like I don't think I'll even be doing that anymore. Good job of picking the right lane there. There was less traffic queued up. That was smart. We would have probably been sticking into the crosswalk had we picked that left lane there. So good job there. I'll just comment on this again. I did last night quite a bit, but with version 14, one difference I've noticed too is the acceleration profile once traffic starts moving. Version 13 seemed to lag a little bit and not accelerate as quickly as I would like to drive. That was pretty cool there. So that Tesla, which is definitely not being controlled by autopilot or FSD, was kind of swerving towards us, and you saw version 14 there proactively move over, anticipating it was going to come into our lane. So that was pretty cool. I just confirmed too when we drove by they're not using FSD, so maybe they should be. All right, so we did the right thing by not running that red light there, and we did see a little bit of mechanical brake input there, but it was not nearly as bad as it would have been with version 13. Version 13, it would have not used as much regen, so the carb gave me full regen there, and I could just see just a little bit of mechanical brake input to get us slowed down there. So, and that's expected. And again, while we're just kind of headed over towards the post office here in Roseville, I'm going to just check our settings here. Now, this post office has a parking lot, so I am going to make sure it does pick the parking lot as an option. So we're going to select park, and we selected parking lot there. So far it seems to get it right almost every time of what it thinks I want to do, but that was the first time I've had to change it, so glad we have that choice. Right turns are way more confident, by the way, with version 14 in Model S. So I highlighted this in my first impressions drive last night, but previously it might have been how version 13 was trained for Model S or adapted to Model S, but it would basically do this shimmy. So as you were making a right turn and you were at your apex or the point closest to the inside of the curve or the turn, it would almost hesitate. It would pick too tight of a line, like it was going to hit the curb, and then it would change its trajectory and do this little shimmy of the steering wheel, and we would never hit the curb, but it was kind of like unsettling, especially the first time it happened. And that was pretty much every right turn where there was a curb involved like that. So that seems to be fixed. Version 14 now, Model S, is super confident and doesn't do that shimmy. It just picks a better line, which is great. All right, and we are at the post office now, so we have to go up a little bit. So let's see where it goes. We don't want to go into that restricted parking lot. Great. And we got plenty of parking here on the right. Looks like it's going to pick the left. Hopefully it stays away from the handicap spot, which it did. This spot looks pretty good here. Exactly the spot I would have chosen. Doesn't get much easier than that. So another great drive from version 14. So I'm going to run an errand here, and then I will be back, and then we will head back towards St. Paul for some additional testing here.